What up, everyone? Joseph, Rebels Haven Organics. We're gonna mix some soil today. I laid out some 4x4 beds, probably bring some pipe over there, maybe build them. And we're gonna try to mix up a bunch of soil and make some pots to put some of these tomatoes in, and maybe we can grow some food. The idea is to try and grow some food. So we'll see. We'll see if we can pull it off. But come along and let's build some pots with some Rebels Haven Organics living soil. Let's go. Well, you can see I brought a few of these beds out. I got a 4x4 on that back pallet. I'll build that. Probably try to fill some of these pots. Brought out a whole bunch of worm castings. Got some pumice, some perlite, some biochar. Big old bag of fresh made biochar from Lou's Clues. Yeah, I want to build some soil, so here we are, building soil for my own personal garden. And I just figured I would take y'all along so you can see how we can do it. Should be pretty easy. Mostly gonna be peat moss, and I'm gonna add a little bit of pumice to it. I'll toss in a little bit of organic fertilizer, like kelp, alfalfa, things of that nature. The biochar, I'll inoculate everything with Enchanted Worm Brew, and that's all she's gonna get. And I'll put some worms in it later. And we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow food for years to come. I'm gonna put everything on pallets. That way, if I decide I wanna move it, I can just pick it up with the tractor and move it. So, anyways, let's get back to it. All right. See, I got it mixed up pretty good. Here, let me kneel down here. I got it mixed up pretty well. I added like 3 gallons of castings to this whole pile. That's probably enough, because I'm gonna also add worms in here, and they're just gonna continue to break down the bedding, and they'll make more castings. This is biochar, inoculated with Enchanted Worm Brew. I already added a little bit, but I'm gonna add a little bit more. 3% is a good amount for your pots. that will help you with drought tolerance. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on this whole thing. So the thing about the biochar is if you looked at it under a microscope, it would just have so many like little rooms and little cavities. And the idea is to inoculate it with food and microbes. So the microbes will basically like move in and live in this. This is microbe house. The idea is to get these into the soil and they'll complete the carbon cycle for the plants. When the plant needs nutrients, it will ask the microbes via it'll send exudates into the roots. So it takes carbon from the air, puts it into its roots to feed the microbes, and they go get the nutrients it needs. They call it the carbon cycle. You can look that up. If you've ever heard of Terra Preta, it's a ancient soil from the Amazon, and it was made by man using biochar. And today it's still the richest soil in the world. So get you some biochar, get you some worm castings, inoculate the biochar with the worm castings, and you will have a green thumb, I promise. Like, I guarantee it. All right, we'll fill some of these pots. What do you say? Set it right there and we'll fill it up. There we go. Sure.
Can you come get it?
Yep. Steak. Okay, I'll be back. Well, you can see that 3 cubic foot bales of peat moss, like 3 or 4 gallons of worm castings, about 1.5 gallons of biochar, a couple handfuls of some organic fertilizer, and I was able to make 3 30-gallon pots and fill up these tomatoes. I'm not sure the size of this, probably like a, what, 2 gallon, or 1 gallon. But yeah. So all together, this probably cost less than $100 to make all this soil. And this is about as good as it gets. You got the pumice, the perlite, the worm castings, the biochar. You don't need anything else. You can add a few worms to it whenever I water it. I might come out and just sprinkle a couple worms in it, and that's that. So, thanks for hanging out with me today. We added the Enchanted Worm Brew. You can find yours at rebelshavenorganics.com. Save yourself some money, make your own soil. For me to ship this amount of soil up here, it would be astronomical in shipping. So it's just way easier just to make it yourself. And this is the magic right here. This is what makes everything grow. So anyways, check back in later. Like and subscribe. Talk to you soon.